Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. We're taking a little break from all the Euros talk we've been doing over the past couple of weeks and moving on to a bit of Copa America talk, because they've got a final coming this weekend as well, and we're going to talk about Argentina and Colombia and how they got there, starting with the group stages, with Argentina being in a group with Canada, Chile and Peru, and beating Canada 2-0. We'll go through the results very quickly and speak about how the teams have been playing. Chile, they beat 1-0 thanks to Lautaro Martinez, and then beating Peru 2-0, another thanks to Lautaro Martinez, scoring 4 goals in the group stage. It's a nice improvement for him. Scrolling down, sorry, just give me a second. On to Colombia, who in their group had Brazil, Costa Rica and Paraguay. So it's not an easy group, it's not an easy walk in the park, but Colombia did come into this tournament 23 games unbeaten, so it's a nice little run they got, and they continued it 24 in to that first game by beating Paraguay 2-1. They had a bit of a scare in the second half, and Ciso scoring, but Munoz and Lerma scoring the goals pushed them through, and then in the Costa Rica game they looked a lot stronger, winning 3-0. With Diaz, Sanchez and Cordoba scoring the goals, and then into the last game against Brazil. And it's the only time when he slightly slipped up, but they continued that unbeaten run because they drew 1-1 with Brazil. Rafinha scored an incredible goal from a free kick in this game. But Colombia still passed through thanks to a Munoz goal, scoring 2 goals so far in the group stages. Then we went on to the knockouts, where we saw Argentina play against Ecuador, with Sandro Martinez getting the goal that helped pass through there. But it was 1-1. It did go to penalties, and Emi Martinez did what he does best and saved those penalties. He shithoused along with it as well. You know, it's what he's good at. Messi obviously missed his penalty, and it caused a whole heap of problems, but Argentina managed to pass through, whereas Colombia showed their strength, winning 5-0 with Cordoba, Rodriguez, Diaz, Rios and Borja scoring the goals for them in a 5-0 win over Panama. On to the semi-final. Semi-final saw Argentina play Canada, and then Uruguay play Colombia. Both games, obviously we know who the winner was, because we saw Argentina beat Canada thanks to an Alvarez and Messi goals. And you know, I'm going to bring up an issue in a second here to do with Copa America. It kind of annoyed me about how it's set up. And then Colombia beat Uruguay thanks to a 1-0 win with Lerma scoring the goal, but Munoz did get sent off in the game. Someone who's been really vital to the way this Colombia team's been playing on their 28 game unbeaten run. Now obviously they have the chance to make it 29 on Sunday night. We'll wait and see after the England game if they can manage that. But yeah, they're going to have to change the way they're going to have to play. They managed to scrape through in this game. There's a lot of uproar after the game that happened in the stands, but what I've got to mainly say is how annoying the way Copa America is set up, because you set on 2 sides of the draw. You set up on the group A and B side and the group C and D side. So Canada and Argentina were in the same group and ended up playing each other in the semi-final anyway. And I know that can happen in the Euros, but that's because of the third place thing in the Euros. This is because you play on one side, you play on the other. So Argentina had the luck of the draw, where they didn't have Brazil on their side, they didn't have Uruguay on their side, that they might have come up against. But Colombia, I feel, have had a tougher route to the final, playing both Uruguay and Brazil, and coming through results against them as well. This Argentina team has looked weak in places against these, you know, lower ranked teams. It's fair enough to say that. And they've looked like they've been exposed at times. They look like they've lacked in that finishing product in attack. And I feel like that might really slip them up against Colombia here. Obviously, they've got the Messi factor. At the end of the day, you have to think they do have Messi, and they might have to do something with Messi. But I think the Colombia team looks better as a team. Like this, you've got the. I don't even know how to explain it, because it's all these players that have kind of like fell off recently, but who were stars 10 years ago, and they just brought it back. They just come back with nothing, and they've done it in such a way that I'm just absolutely gobsmacked by this. Watching this Colombia team, and probably going to be watching them lift the trophy. I said, you know, Argentina's step up was against Ecuador, whilst Colombia's step up was against Brazil. That's Brazil versus Ecuador. You'd be saying Brazil going to win it all day. So why are you saying Colombia going to win it all day? Because Colombia have been the best team in this tournament, and they are I think they are favourites now because of the way they have played in this tournament. But I'm looking forward to see how they do play on Sunday. Obviously, now that Munoz has been a massive part of this team. Obviously, James Rodriguez in his third act now. It's insane, but I'm here for it. I'm sure most people are here for it. But that is the end of this video now, guys. I do think Colombia are going to win on Sunday. If you like the video, please leave a like. You'll see more, subscribe, because there's more on this channel every single day. Thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully I do catch you next time. Cheers.